What's going on, guys? Kai here. Today we're talking about Tulip. We're going to do some testing with her, but first I want to tell you a few things about the situation with her. As you see, we do have the Golden Age events that will be tomorrow's video. It was voted on my Discord, and people wanted to see Tulip before they wanted to see the event guide. So first, we're going to go to this post by Naya. We are aware the issue of Earth Echo level 5 is unavailable in game. So now we have one too many Earth Echo Earth units with the introduction of Tulip. So you're missing out on an Echo level, and they're saying it'll be fixed next week. This is not really acceptable because a lot of people will make the decision to pull on her based on her, obviously, but also on the Echo level. We talk about the Echo every single time, and it does not make sense to release a new fairy without a Echo. By the way, currently there is no first encounter for Tulip. We have swapped first encounters to another game mode. This game mode does not exist yet, and this is something we've come to expect from new fairies, is having you do their missions. It'll give you the 1500 elemental seeds, which is one 10x to do, but in the mail, as a compensation, they gave us two 10x tickets. So I could see the a 10x for each of these as the thing, which is nice. I mean, one for the Earth Echo, which doesn't really cover it, and then the one for the first encounter, which does kind of cover it, right? 1500, same as a 10x. So, okay compensation. I'm happy with it. And this other one, as you guys know, I like to shout out other content creators. I already talked to this person before wanting to show it, and this is their drawing of Tulip. Let me make sure it's showing correctly over here. So yeah, this is their drawing of Tulip. It's on their Instagram. They have a couple of others over there. You can check out Winter Cherry and a few more. Check it out at your own convenience. Now let's get into Tulip. Alright guys, last thing before Tulip. She didn't get a first encounters like we said, but also she does not have a companionship, so she's going to be naturally a little bit weaker than most fairies due to the bonus stats that we get from these fairies. So if I go over here to, let's say, Gypsophilia, you'll have the companionship attribute bonus right there, which the new one will not have. Now going into Earth Tulip. As you see, I already have her at Rainbow 1. She's at 320 because I was working on getting my holies to 450. So now all I need is to get Tulip up to 400, as well as Hydreiga of Flames up to 400, and then everything will be done. So Tulip, checking her out, she gives us attack, tenacity, break, and block. These are very good Earth Echo bonuses because we already have crit. We already have crit immunity. We have damage bonus, which goes with the attack, and break and block are just always good to have for PvP. Talking about her stats, she has good HP, good attack, and okay defense. We see they have a line here for companionship bonuses, but she doesn't have a companionship. They may add one for her in the future. Seems like Tulip in general was a little bit rushed. So let's check out her basic. No special effect on the basic. Checking out her passive. King's Rook Exchange. If you're unfamiliar, King's Rook is a chess move where you move the rook behind the king and the king behind the rook. It's an interesting one, and I didn't think we would have a chess thing here, but it makes sense with her intro summoning a rook. Takes effect when switching to Tulip, increases Master U attack by 2% of your defense. It says in 6 seconds, but it means for 6 seconds, and increases your defense by 1% of your attack. So this is a very nice boost, especially with the Earth Echo, giving us a good amount of defense and attack. So it gives us a boost to both of them. This is a passive, so you're able to use it in things like Top League. And if we see down towards the bottom, increase your attack by 16% of your defense, and your defense by 8% of your attack. This is going to be a huge bonus, and something that we're going to love to see for something like Berserker is going to love this, because they turn their defense into attack, and then attack, you do the rook exchange before you go into your bonus, so you turn all that bonus into defense into more of a bonus into attack, and then you're going to have a lot of damage. Now looking at your active, check. Deals damage to enemies and enters a gambling status for 6 seconds with the target. When the gamble is settled, we have 2 effects. If the character's current HP percentage is higher than or equal to the current HP percentage, the target's current HP percentage, Tulip silences them for 2 seconds and deals 20% damage to the target. This 20%, I don't know if this is bringing 20% from just your attack percentage or where this 20% is coming from. For every 20% HP higher, an extra 10% damage will be increased. So if they have if your HP is higher than the target, then it silences them and deals bonus damage. And for this is a finisher move. If they're low on HP and you're high on HP, this is going to hit for a mountain of damage. If the character's HP is lower, so 1 is if you're higher, 2 is if you're lower, Tulip deals 10% damage to the target and restores the difference between own target HP times 10% times max HP. What? Okay. Your difference in percentage. Okay. So if the difference between you is 30%, it'll heal you for 30% of your max HP, is what I'm reading this as. So if I'm at 70%, you're at 40%, our difference is 30%, so I will heal 30%. Bring me up to 100. It has to be the other way around, sorry. Because you have to be higher HP than me. So if you're at 70%, I'm at 30%, then it will heal me for 40%, so I'm also at 70%. In the gambling status, if either party dies, the gamble will end. During 6 seconds of the gamble, damage dealt to the gambling target plus 5%. If the target is a monster, gain an additional 5% damage. So, really, really great for PvE. Also going to be good for PvP. Let's check out the other bonuses we have here. Level 2, if reduced to 0. If you kill the target, you get invincibility for 1 second, and you restore 10% of the target's current HP. That is nice, a nice heal. This is going to be very, very powerful for something like Thunder Roar, or what's Guild War, or what's it, Shrine Peak. Bonus damage. At level 5, gambling cannot be cleared, so if they do a clear debuffs, they can't get rid of gamble. Damage plus 10% of monster. So we're looking at 15% damage bonus and 30% if it's a monster. And the last bonus at level 8, Gambling settlement damage increased by 20%. So right here, so it'll be 40% just at the end if you have more HP, plus for every 20% higher, an extra 10%. Or number 2, an extra 10% damage, so it's an extra 30% damage. So now she sounds really busted on paper for Earth Echo specifically. A lot of players, if you already have Holy, are probably going to stick to Holy. I've said this a couple times, but just to put this here, you should only think about using Holy Echo if you can do at least level 5 Holy Echo, and if your Holy units are at red stars. Let's get into the testing. Alright, so swap right here. Okay, we got the Tulip. Love her sprite. Alright, first, we always want to check their attack speed. She doesn't have a special effect on her attack, but just to see her overall damage output, let's see how the attack speed goes. Okay. Seems slightly slower, at least than the one we currently have here. Okay. Alright. So now let's check out her ability. Okay, we have the circle under us, which is the gamble. And then the circle under us getting bigger is the countdown to the gamble ending. As we see here, the 1.4 million damage is the initial hit. And then everything down here is the explosion towards the end. She did some pretty high damage there. Now I want to see the difference. So let's see. We're looking at 380k attack and 252k defense. Now we need to swap to her, so we need to do one more swap. $410, so we got 30k attack and 20k defense. That's a huge boost, especially one thing I need to test real quick. See if I have a sword in my bag. I only have 200 stuff. Alright. Let's go grab a level 50 thing real quick. Hold up. Alright, last thing I wanted to check. Swap. Put down the dummy. We're going to swap onto the sword. We'll get the bonus and then spam our sword abilities to try to go into Berserk. Alright. Alright, let's check our stats. Ooh. We got a 200k attack boost there for being in Berserk during Rook. But our defense dropped a lot. So that is a massive amount of attack there. 515k attack. Let's see, is our bonus still going here? Erode. Exchange. Alright. So swap off real quick. So yeah, we got a 200k attack boost, which is massive. This is looking like a very good version for people who want to use Berserker. If you're able to use fairy skills, fire looks really, really good with Hydra of Flames for Berserker. But if no Echo is allowed, Earth is looking very, very powerful for that huge boost of attack out of nowhere. But this is kind of like a high risk, high reward. You're getting a 200k attack bonus, but you're losing 100k defense. So it's up to you. I think it looks pretty nice. I'm going to do some more testing with her, and then next week I'll be doing the tier lists update, including her, as well as soon as I'm able, I'll be updating the cheat sheets with her added. Let me know what you guys think down below, and until next time, guys.